All right, folks, just when you thought we could catch our breath after this weekend's historic storm, I need to tell you that winter is absolutely not finished with us. Not even close. In fact, what I'm seeing in the extended models right now suggests we're about to enter one of the most active stretches of winter weather this season has produced. We've got multiple systems lined up like planes waiting to land at a busy airport, and each one is going to bring significant impacts to different parts of the country. Let me break down exactly what's coming because you need to be prepared. Starting Monday and rolling into Tuesday, a winter storm is going to come barreling down from Canada and take direct aim at the upper Midwest. Wisconsin and Michigan are squarely in the crosshairs for this first system. The cold air is already locked in place from this weekend's Arctic blast, so any moisture that moves through is going to fall as snow. Pure snow, no mixing, no ice, just accumulating snowfall that's going to pile up across the Great Lakes region. Wisconsin is going to see this storm arrive Monday afternoon and evening. Milwaukee, Madison, Green Bay, all of these cities need to be watching closely. The snow is going to intensify Monday night as the system fully moves into the state. We're talking about a prolonged period of steady snowfall that's going to create dangerous travel conditions on the highways. Interstate 94 between Milwaukee and Madison could become treacherous. The rural roads across the state are going to be even worse. If you have travel plans in Wisconsin on Monday night or Tuesday morning, I strongly suggest reconsidering them. By the way, if you'd like specific weather forecasts for your region or city, please leave them in the comments. I'll answer them individually as time allows. Also, if you like the video and subscribe to my channel, you'd be very grateful. Now, let's move on. Michigan gets hit next as the storm slides eastward through the Great Lakes. Detroit, Grand Rapids, Lansing, all of these metros are going to see accumulating snow. The lake enhancement effect could boost totals for areas downwind of Lake Michigan, particularly in western Michigan, where lake effect snow bands could set up behind the main system. Grand Rapids and Muskegon could see enhanced totals from this combination of synoptic snow and lake effect. The Upper Peninsula is going to get hammered as well, but honestly, they're used to dealing with significant snow up there. The timing on this Wisconsin and Michigan system is going to be critical for the Tuesday morning commute. Snow is going to be falling across Michigan right during rush hour, and road conditions are going to deteriorate rapidly. School closures and delays are likely across both states. If your employer offers work from home options, Tuesday might be a good day to take advantage of that. Now here's where things get really interesting. As that first system is exiting Michigan, a second wave of energy is going to drop down and reorganize across the Ohio Valley. Tuesday evening, a winter storm is going to push through Indiana and Ohio. This isn't just a clipper system that drops a couple inches and moves on. This one has the potential to bring significant accumulations to the heart of the Midwest. Indianapolis needs to be watching this closely. The snow is going to arrive Tuesday afternoon and intensify through the evening hours. By Tuesday night, several inches could be on the ground across central Indiana. Fort Wayne, South Bend, Evansville, all of these cities are in the impact zone. The heaviest snow looks to set up across the central and eastern portions of the state, where moisture from the system combines with the cold air already in place. Ohio is going to get hit hard Tuesday night into Wednesday. Columbus, Cleveland, Cincinnati, Dayton, all of these major metros need to prepare for accumulating snow. Cleveland could see some lake enhancement from Lake Erie adding to the totals. Columbus looks to be in a particularly favorable position for significant accumulation as the storm tracks right through the heart of the state. The I-70 and I-71 corridors are going to be challenging for travel. But this storm doesn't stop in Ohio. It continues tracking east and reaches West Virginia by Wednesday. The Mountain State is going to see this system arrive with full force. Charleston, Morgantown, Huntington, all of these areas need to be prepared. The mountainous terrain of West Virginia is going to enhance snowfall totals, particularly at the higher elevations. Some of the ridges could see impressive accumulations as the storm wraps up moisture and orographic lift squeezes out every last drop. The Appalachian Mountains are going to act like a snow machine with this system. As the moist air is forced up and over the terrain, cooling as it rises, snow is going to fall heavily along the western slopes. This is classic upslope snow enhancement, and West Virginia is perfectly positioned to benefit from it, or suffer from it, depending on your perspective on winter weather. By Wednesday, this storm reaches Virginia and the Washington, D.C. metro area. Now, I need to be careful here because the exact track and intensity are still coming into focus, but the signal is definitely there for accumulating snow across Virginia and potentially into the nation's capital. Richmond, Norfolk, Virginia Beach, these areas that just got hit by this weekend's storm could see another round of wintry weather midweek. Washington, D.C. and the surrounding suburbs need to monitor this closely. The federal government tends to go into panic mode whenever snow is in the forecast, and rightfully so given how poorly the region handles winter weather. Even a few inches of snow can bring the Beltway to a standstill. Baltimore is in the same boat. The I-95 corridor from Richmond through D.C. to Baltimore could see travel disruptions Wednesday into Wednesday night. The exact amounts for Virginia and Washington are still uncertain at this range, but the pattern absolutely supports winter weather for the region. Cold air is going to be firmly entrenched. Moisture is going to be available from the storm system. The question is just how much snow falls and exactly where the heaviest bands set up. These details will come into sharper focus over the next few days. Now let me tell you about what has me really excited and honestly a little concerned for later in the week. Friday is shaping up to potentially bring a major winter storm that could rival what we're seeing this weekend. The models are showing a significant system diving down from Canada with substantial cold air support. This isn't just a minor disturbance. This has the potential to be a headline-making storm. The Friday system is going to come screaming out of Canada with a powerful Arctic air mass behind it. The cold air is going to be intense, possibly even colder than what we're experiencing this weekend. When you combine that kind of frigid air with a strong storm system, you get the recipe for significant snowfall across a wide area. The track on this Friday storm is what has me really paying attention. Early indications suggest it could take a more progressive track that brings the heaviest snow further south than the Monday and Tuesday systems. We could be looking at significant accumulations reaching all the way down into the Carolinas. Yes, you heard that right. The Carolinas could see another major snow event by the end of the week, just days after this weekend's historic storm. Think about what that means for a moment. Areas that might see 6 to 12 inches of snow this weekend could be looking at another significant snowfall event by Friday. That's back-to-back major winter storms for a region that sometimes goes years without seeing this kind of snow. The snow from this weekend isn't going to melt because temperatures are staying so cold, so any additional snow on Friday just piles on top of what's already there. Charlotte, Raleigh, Greensboro, all of these cities that are bracing for this weekend's storm need to understand that winter might not be done with them when Sunday arrives. The Friday system could bring another round of accumulating snow to the Piedmont. Columbia and Greenville in South Carolina could see additional snow as well. This is shaping up to be a stretch of winter weather that nobody in the Southeast is going to forget anytime soon. The pattern driving all of this activity is remarkable. We have persistent blocking over Greenland and the North Atlantic that's forcing the jet stream into a highly amplified configuration. Every disturbance that drops out of Canada gets channeled into the eastern United States. The polar vortex has been disrupted and is sending lobe after lobe of Arctic air southward. This is exactly the kind of pattern that produces legendary winters. The comparison to 2013-2014 keeps coming up, and it's becoming more appropriate with each passing day. That winter featured repeated storms and persistent cold that seemed to never end. We're seeing the same thing develop now, storm after storm after storm, with Arctic air reinforcing between each system. Snow accumulates and doesn't melt. Each new storm adds to the existing snowpack. By the time this pattern breaks, some areas could have snow on the ground for weeks. For my viewers in the Great Lakes and Ohio Valley, Monday through Wednesday is going to require your full attention. Stock up on supplies before Monday arrives. Make sure you have food, water, medications, and anything else you need to ride out multiple days of winter weather. Keep your vehicles fueled up in case you need to travel during a break in the snow. Have blankets and emergency supplies in your car just in case you get stranded. For my viewers in the Mid-Atlantic and Southeast, you're looking at a potential 1-2 punch that could be historic. This weekend's storm is going to bring significant impacts, and you might not even fully recover before the Friday system arrives. Please take this seriously. The combination of heavy snow and bitter cold is dangerous. Check on elderly neighbors and family members. Make sure pets and livestock have adequate shelter. The cold temperatures are going to be a major story throughout this entire stretch. We're not going to see significant warming between these storm systems. Highs might only reach the 20s and 30s across much of the affected area. Overnight lows will plunge into the single digits and below zero for many locations. Wind chills are going to be dangerous, potentially life-threatening for anyone caught outside without proper protection. Power outages remain a concern as well. While snow is less likely to cause outages than ice, strong winds accompanying these systems could still bring down tree limbs and power lines. If you lost power during the ice storm last weekend and just got it restored, the thought of losing it again during bitter cold is terrifying. Have backup heating plans in place. Know where your local warming shelters are located. I'm going to be tracking all of these systems closely and bringing you updates as the forecast evolves. Monday and Tuesday for Wisconsin and Michigan. Tuesday evening through Wednesday for Indiana, Ohio, West Virginia, Virginia, and Washington. And then the potentially major storm on Friday that could reach all the way to the Carolinas. This is going to be an incredibly active week of weather across the eastern half of the country. Stay safe out there. Make your preparations now while you still have time. Don't wait until the snow is falling to realize you need groceries or supplies. The stores are going to be packed this weekend as people prepare for the current storm, and they might not have time to fully restock before the next round arrives. Think ahead, plan ahead, and above all, stay off the roads when the snow is falling unless travel is absolutely necessary. Winter has arrived with a vengeance, and it's not leaving anytime soon. We're locked into a pattern that's going to keep delivering storm after storm to the eastern United States. Buckle up, stay informed, and let's get through this historic stretch of winter weather together. I'll be right here bringing you the latest information as these systems develop and evolve. Make sure you're subscribed and have notifications turned on so you don't miss any updates. This is going to be a week to remember.